Listening to God in the Midst of Change by Scott Stoner. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. I discovered a concept called the J-curve a few years ago, and it has helped me to understand the challenges we face when we go through significant change. In the J-curve, pictured on page 56, you will see that in the initial state of change, we experience decreasing stability because we have lost the stability and comfort of what was, yet we don't necessarily know what is ahead. All we know is that we are experiencing some kind of falling, and this can be unsettling. As we enter the bottom of the J-curve, it is now clear that we are not returning to the old normal, but we don't yet have a sense of what a new normal might look like. As we move to the J-curve's right side, we begin to experience renewed energy and a sense of new possibilities. I have come to understand that the J-curve is also the Jesus curve. It is the curve of loss and rebirth, of death and resurrection. To paraphrase Psalm 23, yea, though I walk through the valley of a J-curve, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. We've been learning to listen for God this Lent. Sometimes you don't even have to listen too closely. God shouts. When I agreed to present the devotion for March 25th, I had no idea what it would be about or if I could apply it to my life. My mother, who died in January, would have been 97 yesterday. I marked her birthday by scattering some of her ashes in a place that was very special to her. I knew she'd want me to wait until something was in bloom. I'm certainly not alone in having lost someone in the middle of a pandemic when even close families cannot gather to celebrate a life. Hundreds of thousands of Americans have been in this position, the bottom of the J-curve, and that includes several of us in our parish family. I needed to hear Scott Stoner's words and have a chance to really think about them. As we have learned in this series, God often speaks to us through others if we will just open our hearts as well as our ears to listen. Today, Scott Stoner is speaking to me, and I hope that others who are in the midst of change will hear the voice of God in his words, as well as those of our psalmist. We need fear no evil. Making it personal. What J-curves have you experienced throughout the last year? Is there a J-curve you're in the middle of right now? Has your faith helped you during these times of change?